Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 7 of the most common black magics that are put on you guys without you even knowing it, and you live your entire lives not really knowing why you have problems when someone who just went on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram saw a spell and they were mad at you, so they did something with you. A lot of you who don't already have black tourmaline, if you're not using black tourmaline, you're more likely to absorb a negative energy, evil eye, hex, curse, etc. I'll explain the difference between the two in a second, right? People ask, what is the, because I'm using my phone as a notepad in this video because I have to be very precise. What is a hex or a curse? So basically, a hex is sometimes, it's just a very simple black magic trick that someone does, and you better believe people are putting black magic on other people in today's society. When someone's really mad at you, they can be hexing and cursing you with their mind, but sometimes these people will be so mad at you to the point where they go home and they start looking at videos and they don't know what they're doing, and they don't have any idea about anything about karma or how this stuff really works. Because I'm going to give you a little secret. Anytime these people hex you or curse you, they're cursing themselves first, because there's no magic, there's no spell, there's no manifestation, there's no incantation, there's nothing on this earth that you're not going to put on someone else that you don't get yourself. If you ever pay attention to when you help bless someone and you're a blessing to someone else, you see blessings in your life yourself, and you think it's just because you did something good. No, because everyone's just a mirror image of us. Everyone's just a mirror image of ourselves. So whatever we put out is fully what we're absorbing, identically to the chakra that we're absorbing it. So this might be a foreign topic for some. This might be completely just different, but if you're not, this is 100% why I suggest a black tourmaline necklace from my website. The bracelet's good, the necklace is stronger. It's simple as that. People who are very hexed, very cursed, have gotten black tourmaline from me, and black tourmaline blocks 100% of everything. It doesn't always reverse it and send it back, but there's ways to do that if you've already absorbed it. But at that point, it's up to you, because sometimes you can just take a hex or a curse and you can cleanse it off of you, and you have the option of also sending it back as well. I like to send it back to teach the person who sent it that it's not okay to do it, and 100% of their own energy hits them and they're canceled out, so they're not around cursing or hexing other people. Let me tell you right now, it does not matter how long ago someone has hexed or cursed you. If someone hexed you or cursed you 30 years ago and you're still suffering from that, or you might have suffered from that back then and it's gone away but you're still dealing with the symptoms now, you can still send it back. There's some herbs and some just different things, like rue and agrimony as a combination is the most magical combination. You could have been hit by the evil eye 30 years ago. That evil eye is going back if that person's still alive. That's what I'm talking about. Because everything is saved, everything is encoded. If you have a little scratch or a scar, that stays there for a while. Sometimes the deeper the scar, the more it'll stay. There's nothing that can't be undone. There's nothing that can't be reversed. It doesn't matter if the person did sacrifices on you. Those are some of the easiest to send back ever. When someone has actively sacrificed something on you, that is some of the easiest stuff to fully send back if you're in the right, if you're not doing black magic, if you're not putting out negative energy, because sometimes your guides will let it hit you, or some kind of effects hit you if you're not doing right, to teach you that you need to be doing 100% correct to be on the right path. If you're doing a little hex, curse there, whatever, and someone goes to war with you, they're gonna let you fight the war because you started war yourself. Simple as that. Now, the first topic I'm gonna get into, let me put up, because I'm getting my topics out here. The first kind of magic, and keep in mind, these people who are doing black magic have no idea what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing, but they have absolutely no idea. It's so stupid as to how these people are putting out negative energy and they don't expect it to come back to them. Even because some people who are more advanced into black magic, will cleanse themselves after they do some really bad stuff, and they think that's enough. No, that's not enough. Nothing passes God. Nothing passes God, and angels are very smart. Some people think you can put angels to sleep. You can put fallen angels to sleep, but you can't put real angels to sleep because they're multi-dimensional. So you might kind of get by them in one dimension, but they're skipping around different dimensions, because if you ever worked with actual angels, they have multiple heads. They can be in different places at once. They can kind of peek here, peek there, peek here, peek there. It's because the 3D dimension it doesn't compare to the 5D. So the first kind of magic that someone will try to put on you is footstep magic. And this is one of the most common, because I see this from basically, because I live in South Florida. People do footstep magic very often. The first symptom of this is if you have rusty, crusted feet that just came rusty and crusted out of nowhere, and your feet health are really bad out of absolutely nowhere, or you just... And some people are so egotistical to the fact that they think they're 100% immune from black magic. Yeah, if you're constantly doing stuff like you're wearing crystals, because crystals automatically send it back. Especially if you're working with a bunch of crystals, they're on autopilot. It's really nice. The crystals are kind of like you're just wearing candles that just constantly send back negative energy. So these people will light candles on you, and I'm not going to go too deep into what they're doing, because it doesn't really matter, because you can just send 100% of it back, as long as you're doing right, as long as you're calling upon, asking God to send his angels. The first magic that people are putting on you guys is footstep magic. So people are very sneaky. So people will sprinkle a powder. They'll mix like something. I'm not going to give what they're mixing away. Most of the time, someone's using something black pepper based, and they'll mix some black pepper with this and that and this and that. First of all, the dumbest thing in the entire world is the person's walking through their own magic, even though they didn't walk through it. Footstep magic doesn't work for that person puts it down, they walk away. They don't have to walk through it to be able to walk into the footstep magic. It actually covers a radius. It covers, what's it called? It covers like a wide field. One way you can cover footstep magic is with anklets. You can use black tourmaline as an anklet. You can use Mexican fire agate as an anklet. Just different crystals that I've taught about before. Black tourmaline and Mexican fire agate are the easiest too. If you don't have that, you can use steel is a good anklet to counter black magic. You can use silver. You can also use copper. There's different elements that you can use, and you can use them all if you would like. A very powerful one is silver. Silver is very powerful around both anklets on around a red string specifically. It doesn't have to be red, but you get the point. If you don't have anything in general and you're just really worried that someone's doing some kind of black magic on you, tie 2 red strings around each ankle. Not too tight, just nice and loose, and then you should be fine. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details of what these people are doing. It doesn't really matter. It blows up on them anyway. And it's fiercely very easy to send it back. How do you cleanse footstep magic? You can do a general cleansing, etc. I use return to sender herbs like agrimony. You can use lime to really sour it and send it back, etc. So we live in a world where people are doing witchcraft and black magic and magic without God, or they pretend to do it through God, and God's like, oh, basically... Several places in the Bible and just different cultures, like power has been offered to see if you take it, if you're egotistical and prideful enough to not ask for God to do it himself, because truly, judgment is God's. When the second you start taking judgment into your own hands, I mean, yes, you can spiritually defend yourself. I teach that all the time, but the second you initiate something because someone got in your feelings because someone said something to you, and then you initiate calling upon dark entities to get that done, and these people are using dark entities. They're not using angels, they're not using... I mean, if the ancestor is so low, then they're going to be using ancestors. So that's not an elevated ancestor, that's basically a weak spirit. Yeah. So, another thing is sleep magic. So, black magic practitioners who think they know what they're doing are going to try and mess with your sleep. Okay. At the end of this video, it's going to be very easy. It's viciously easy to send it back. So, you might notice your sleep schedule begins to get off, you can't fall asleep, you're staying up all night. Okay, send it back. 100% send it back. And when you send that back, and if you'd like to know specific baths, even the medium teaches baths, spiritual baths on her channel. The baths that she teaches and that she sells send things back 100% and brings 100% blessings. I highly suggest you guys check out Eve the Medium. I'm not going into depth on baths. I'm a giant fan of the herb agrimony. She teaches about rue and other herbs as well, like holy basil, which is very strong, and asafoetida, which is called the demon ripper herb. That herb is strong enough to rip higher level demons, any kind of grip off of you that's not meant to be there. You can follow her on her channel. If she teaches spiritual baths, you're going to 100% get better and 100% send it back with her spiritual baths. She specializes in that, not me. People who are not covered in crystals and don't have crystal fortresses in their home, you want to check out Eve the Medium's channel because she teaches you very easy ways to send negative energy back as well. For the way I teach it is Mexican fire agate and black tourmaline. It's always worked for me. Mexican fire agate especially, it is incinerated people doing black magic. Like anyone who's tried black magic with me and has... Because I put a Mexican fire agate very often. That's not the only thing that I do. Mexican fire agate is like taking hot oil, dumping it on someone, and setting them on fire spiritually. It literally, the effects of when someone sends you a curse and you use Mexican fire agate in specific ways that I taught about before, it just devours them, and they'll be transformed. They'll be passed through fire until they become another person. That person will go fully homeless and fully friendless, and everything will happen to that person just because they send you that black magic. And it's on top of that, as specific as they send it to you, so if they did some kind of sleep magic or footstep magic with you, it happens to them, then you can multiply it by 10. 100%. And nothing's getting past Mexican fire agate. It doesn't matter if it's a sacrifice. It doesn't matter what it is. Nothing's getting past it. The energy of this crystal, it comes from the heavens. This comes from the herbs that they use come from the earth. The sacrifices they do are on the earth. Nothing bypasses power from the heavens. Okay? Now, and I'm very fiery about this video because I've been finding out some of you who are coming to me, certain people are doing magic on you, and I'm like, my energy's my protection. All I have to do is pray. The Bible talks about not just praying. You want to be egotistical? You can live a cursed life. Literally. If you want to be so in your ego to the point where you won't fight some kind of trick that someone put on you, then you're going to be living a cursed life. I'll tell you that right now. I'm here to help you. If I find out something very specific, and you can actually catch people doing footstep magic on you, like if you have a camera in front of your door and you live in a neighborhood where there's lots of people doing black magic, and you can tell the people doing black magic because they won't be shy about it. Like, I see people like doing stuff with, in my old neighborhoods, I would see them doing black magic in their front yard. I'm like, can't you be discreet about that? Jeez. Like, but it's actually that footstep magic's the easiest magic to reverse ever. Throw Mexican fire agate, water or oil on it. That's all you have to do is 100% viciously send back. It nullifies the effects of the herbs. It kills the herbs' essences. The spiritual effect and the intention on it is fully sent back. That's it. It's just that easy. The third type of black magic, and this one's very important because some of you are under it and you don't even know it. And if you're a good person and you're on the right track, you shouldn't worry about black magic. Your guides, your angels are helping you. As soon as you do what I tell you to do, is watch Eve the Medium, learn about spiritual baths, wear black tourmaline as a necklace, learn how to use Mexican fire agate water. You don't need a lot of Mexican fire agate to be able to fully send anything back. That's just that. There's other ways to do it. That's the easiest way. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, just use Mexican fire agate. I've had people try things on me, and 100% of what they sent is hit them in one day so hard that they disappeared off the face of the planet. That's that. Shouldn't have. And what you mean people doing black magic? I just transmit that energy to light. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. When they throw a grenade, and you're catching the grenades, and you're looking at the grenades trying to figure out, maybe I should just put the grenade in the trash can to, like, recycle it. And they're throwing more grenades versus you throw back the grenade they sent because it's not your grenade, and it blows up all their other grenades, and they're gone. Sometimes the person fully disappears like that. Okay? There's nothing funny about doing black magic on someone just because you're jealous of them. And nothing is funny about what happens to the person after you send it back. Sending negative energy back is sometimes the easiest things ever. If that person actually has angels who care about them, you can talk to their angels, be like, God, please, I ask you to talk to this person's angels. Everyone's worth saving. Ask this person. Convince the angels to help them return their own energy to them so they stop doing it. And any angels that person has will assist with sending their own negative energy back. That actually happens anyway. Okay? The next form of black magic people will try on you is head magic, confusion magic, lethargy magic, anger magic, and hatred magic. So, what's that mean? When you attack the crown, and this is why I say wear black tourmaline as a necklace. It's on my website for $777. The head is one of the most important things when it comes to spirituality. Without a head, your body does not operate. That's why I suggest it as a bracelet. I mean, not as a bracelet, as a necklace over a bracelet, because you can cut both your arms off and you're going to still survive. It might be uncomfortable, but you're going to be alive. That just rhymed. But you can cut the head off and then you don't exist. If someone hits you with a bat on the side of your arm, it's going to hurt. If someone hits you with the bat on the side of your head, you have a concussion. Now you're forgetting, now you can't sleep, now you can't see. Now, when someone attacks your head in spirit and black magic, everything's done. Like, everything's done. You're going to feel like it's the end of the world because when you feel something drop on top of your head and you don't know where it came from, you're going to have headaches, you're going to be fighting everyone, everything's going to seem foggy, etc. Okay, so the easiest way to do that is just send it back. And the person, it only takes 1 or 2 times of sending it back, because their own energy hits them and they just cancel out. Like, when you fully send it back properly, especially with the most vicious return to most vicious return to sender, which is Mexican fire agate, if you properly use that, I mean, even people who try to do bad, I encourage them now to use Mexican Fire Agate because it's going to send you your own negative energy back. And if you don't believe that, then you'll find out very quick. Okay, so head magic's one of them. And I'm looking at my mini little notepad. The next one is another form of, I mean, this is all considered head magic, but family and relationship magic. So people will know that you're living with a bunch of people. Maybe they know that you live by yourself. I'll talk about that in 1 second. So you're living with family. You're living with friends. You have a roommate. What the person will do, and if you ever notice, all this black magic kind of just intertwines together, but some people who are doing very specific things, like a witchy spell they learned off TikTok, and then you didn't have any protections up, so it's fully absorbed to you. You're like, I have my angels, I have my guides, they're going to help me out. Yeah, there's something called the bridge. There's something called the balance. If you don't do anything yourself, it's going to hit you. Okay? Get that straight. Your energy, my energy's immaculate. I don't need... The people who say that, those people are getting hit so heavily and so hard with head magic and just different magic people, black magic people are doing on their heads, that they just succumb and fall to their own ego, and their guys are like, okay, whatever. We tried to help this person. We sent this person things to tell them signs that, hey, you need to actually protect yourself. You can't just walk around in a war where people are firing arrows and whatnot, and then you're like, God is my armor. Well, God made armor for you to wear it. They're called crystals, okay? Crystals, roots, herbs, etc., okay? The next one's family magic, relationship magic. Very simple. So people will try to split you up. People will try to attack your friends and family and neighbors and maybe your loved ones or even someone in a relationship with. Like I said, easy. Just send it back. That person, when you send it back, they'll self-implode as well. They won't be able to hex or curse you because they're having so many relationship problems themselves, etc. They'll cancel out. Next is car magic. So I do recommend you put crystals in your car and you don't hang them in your windshield because they're going to blast upon the windshield if you hit it at the wrong angle. I tried to make car charms. I tried to make different spiritual charms for the car, and real stones have real weight and they'll really hit against glass and they'll break the glass to your car. I learned that the hard way, so I don't have a mechanism for spiritual jewelry for cars yet. I'm figuring it out. It's going to be very sophisticated and very Florida Stoneman original, because you can't just hang a necklace in your car and not hit the brakes at a very specific angle, especially when going over a curb and it break your windshield. That's just that. But you can just stick, like, I like putting Himalayan salt all up in my car in the center console. Yeah, it might be a little heavier, but whatever. Put Himalayan salt all over your seats. Salt banishes entities, especially spirits. Spirits can't get past Himalayan sea salt. I have Himalayan sea salt in the background. It does, yeah, just in the background. The camera's introverted. There we go. There's one over there. There we go. Inverted, not introverted. But you can put selenite, black tourmaline, Himalayan sea salt. If you have a lot of road ragers, smoky quartz, just put it throughout your car. Put the selenite next to it so it cleanses and charges 24/7. You don't have to worry about that. Put Mexican Fire Agate as a little tiny stone. Put it in a spray bottle and just spray it around your car. 100% of what someone's trying to do with your car, send back. It's that easy. I make it that easy. How nice is that? But the next kind of magic is... And I'm taking notes with my phone. Okay. The next kind of magic is alcohol magic. So sometimes people will know that you go out drinking and they actually plan specifically, or you have a night out with the friends, you have a night out with family, you have a night out partying, and sometimes the person knows that you drive home, sometimes they know that you Uber home, so they'll do something for when you start drinking for your guard to fall down. People will wait until you drink to do black magic, and then it fully hits you. They'll specify some effects, like, okay, when this person drinks, they won't be able to remember anything, or they'll be the worst drunk, etc. And then, easy, just put amethyst in your wine, put amethyst in your beer, put amethyst in your White Claw. It purifies the unholy effects of that, and you can also spray yourself with Mexican Fire Agate spray. Just drink less, don't be a complete drunk. If you have alcohol problems, I'm not going to say don't be a complete drunk, because I'm in Florida, so I see people like, yeah, weekend, got the tequila, and I'm like, you had to do that? And the person on the side like, I just dropped my phone. Yeah, correct certain habits, put amethyst. Amethyst is not an end-all be-all, but it blocks the unholy effects. And make sure you're having spiritual protections upon going out. So, the last one, number 7, is bathroom magic. What is bathroom magic? Some of you are actually having some serious problems in the bathroom, and you don't tell anyone. You might just be having these problems, and you're embarrassed to tell someone, so you never tell anyone. It's okay. The Florida Soulman is here to help you, and I've had several past lives in black magic, so I actually know about it. And upon me coming back in this life, I've actually remembered all of my knowledge. Thank God. Waking up as a kid, I would remember everything I did in past lives. I would remember books, I would remember just different things, different landscapes, different markings and runes and stuff like that, and different patterns. And it took me a second to really realize, I'm like, wait, okay, this past life, I'm not going to talk about my past life on here, or past lives. Yeah, just a little tip. Most of you guys are having people make up information about your past lives. About a good 98% of you. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Alright, so the last one's bathroom magic. You might have hemorrhoids. You might be bleeding when you poop. You might be fully constipated. You might not be able to pee. Your pee schedule might be completely interrupted. These could be medical reasons, but people doing black magic will send you some kind of... they'll tamper with anything that's already going on, etc. One thing you can do is when you're in the bathroom is relax. Remember, the root chakra is when you sit down on the toilet. That's your Kundalini energy center, so make sure the first thing you do is relax. It doesn't matter if you're constipated, don't push, don't pull, don't do anything crazy, don't overwipe. It sounds crazy that I'm talking about this, but you guys are having some serious problems relating to this, and I talk about everything. I don't keep everything. I don't keep anything a secret. You guys are having problems with it, so I'm going to talk about it. The easiest way to do it is if you feel like someone did some kind of black magic with you, and people will try like taking this is the most, and if any of you try this, you're gonna see very bad things happen. So I mean, you shouldn't be trying black magic anyway. But on TikTok, they heavily teach, you write someone's initials or name on toilet paper, and they're gonna get pooped on in real life. Okay, send it back, and that person's not gonna be able to use the toilet paper, or they're gonna the toilet paper's not. They might need a diaper. Let's just say that. So you can also take your toilet paper roll, and you can write on the toilet. The side of it is reversal, and then you can flip it over and then just put it back. You know, like when people put the toilet paper rolls on the wrong way. Yeah, you can do that. You can also put black tourmaline and selenite and Mexican fire agate. You can put that around the bathroom, wear it, etc. Shouldn't really have to worry at all when you're wearing crystals, especially black tourmaline. When someone sends you something, it works as a barrier, a force field, and then it's an absorber. So anything that does get through, it's absorbed, and then you cleanse it off, and then you don't have to worry about it. Pretty easy. So you just reverse the toilet paper roll, and that's just saying if you don't have crystals, and like maybe you don't have time to grab the crystals or order crystals from me yet, or have a time to order a spiritual bath from me, the medium, etc. Reverse the paper towel roll. It'll go back. Simple as that. It's so easy to send black magic back. Now, this is a very different video, but I've been encountering some of you who have real black magic, and some of you are like, everything I'm doing is cursed. Yeah, if you think that you're cursed and everything you're doing when no one's cursed you, you're going to be cursed. So, careful of that. Don't ever claim a curse. You can fight curses very easily. Hexes, curses, if you're a good person on the right track doing the right things, they're easy to fight. You don't really fight them. You decline that. You hit the decline button, and you send it back. And when you send it back, it's the easiest thing ever to do. Doesn't matter how long ago they did it, it's 100% going to go back. And the person's going to get canceled out. If they did something very heavy, it's multiplied times 10. And I'm not just saying that. It's literally multiplied times 10. And it's very specific. So if that person did something for you to have bathroom problems, now you send it back to them, they're having bathroom problems times 10. If someone did something for you to have an accident, maybe that person goes in an accident. And it doesn't take very long. They shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. You're just sending back energy that's not yours. Get aggressive with protecting yourself, and you guys will be fine. If you're worried about someone hexing or cursing you, you wear black tourmaline, use Mexican fire agate, oil, or spray, which I've taught about in other videos. You have to watch those videos to find out about that, because I went into detail. That's that. It's pretty easy. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!